so tell me what's been happening in the progress and what you've done.
I feel very like we've made a lot of progress. It's gone really, really well. What we've done composting in our 2 little compost containers over here, and this is just broken down beautifully. So we've used a lot of that. All the kids have been collecting their fruit and vegetable scraps, and so that has been awesome. And I think that's really helped. We've got some banana peppers going. And some,
wait, where's the? Oh, over here.
Over here, and then we've got some tomatoes.
Look at that.
Yeah, I know, we got to get that. Some tomatoes. These little guys came from seed, and these people donated. They had volunteered off of theirs, but they've done. Look like they're doing well. Definitely. Every day I eat at least 2 or 3 radishes. I come out here and water, and I just pull some radishes, rinse them off, and eat them. They're awesome. So our radishes did really well.
So you better take that tomato. It's not going to be good in another day. It won't last the weekend.
It won't last the weekend, and we're going to have to pick it. What the plan is, we had to get through this track meet stuff. Monday, what the plan is the kids that have done this, Miss Guthrie's class, the 5th grade class, they've really been the main students that have worked on this. We've got some lettuce, and we're going to pick everything and make a little salad. We're going to
I guess.
So you think it might make it?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
But we've got a few other ones there, so that was our plan for Monday afternoon. And just slice up some
and all these
radishes.
peppers. Look at those purple ones, huh?
Yeah, that I don't know. That was it's this right. Just sweet banana peppers, but I've never seen them purple like that.
Definitely.
And then we're waiting for the beans and the peas. The beans are finally getting some little flowers on.
All right, so let me look at the radishes.
Nice radishes over there. Those
you've been picking. This is what you're taking a couple a day.
I'm picking those.
Oh, look at that. Huh. That is. You don't know the name of that kind?
No, actually the kindergarten put these ones in.
Oh.
So I'll have to ask her. But they're I've been picking out of here every day. I always pick a couple and then take them in and eat them. Opens up my sinuses.
Monday is going to be your first salad. Look
at those, yeah.
Yeah.
So Monday we're going to take a little bit of that lettuce that's in there and see. I don't know if there's any carrots worth pulling, but just so the kids have a little. I know we got to eat these peppers, so we're just going to do a little taste test. Is what we're going to do. Talk about it. And really, our plan still is to kind of squeeze in a whole bunch of nutrition over the next 2 weeks. We had to get through this track meet stuff and do a nutrition brain bowl. Where on a Saturday we have Treasure Coast families picnic, and we're going to get together and do a little brain bowl competition on the things that they've learned with gardening and with nutrition. So that's
on Saturday, you said?
No, it's the Saturday, May 17th or something. It's like in 2 weeks. We have 2 weeks.
That'll be the 16th.
16th. So we have
Here's
2 weeks
another red one too.
to get ready for it. Yeah, I might have to just make those because we have a few of them. We've got these ones that are coming. So.
I have something from the extension office that you might be interested in. It's a fun board of riddles for vegetables, and they use Velcro and they put the correct answer in.
Oh, yeah.
I'll show you that. I've been hanging on to it.
Yeah.
But
my plan was to make that type of stuff, but it's just.
I know. I'm hanging on to it because I wanted to make a copy too, but I'm like, oh, whatever. I'll just borrow theirs. It's huge though, and it's really fun. And
that's what they need.
Yeah.
That's what they need to
okay,
do.
so you're planning that for May 16th. So yeah, maybe I can help you get some stuff for the thing. Where is it going to be? Here? Okay.
And then we're going to do some kickball games. I don't know what all they've got, picnicking going on. But
so something's eating your corn. We had a couple of rabbits maybe.
No, there's something else, and it is a tail. My husband took the pictures, and my husband says that he thought it was just the hose. But this was away from the hose, and on the weekends, there's something coming up and digging it up. And then we also have some little moths that are flying around because I still didn't get out there to get the spray. But
not bad though. You really don't have bad damage whatsoever. It's just this one really that's noticeable.
Yeah. So really, it really hasn't been bad. Now I don't understand why this guy is so hardy.
So what happened to your potatoes? Did you dig them out, or you buried them?
I buried them over here.
Oh, cool.
I covered them up, and but I noticed they're already popping back out.
Yeah.
There's one here and here. Okay. This guy was completely covered, and then there's one in here, someplace. And then this guy. See, I don't know if it came popping out. And here's another one I covered up. I think there were 4 or 5 that I covered, like you said to do.
Yeah, and because our plants, they're about this tall, the leaf part, and we actually just harvested the first of a batch that was planted after yours, or maybe at the same time, yesterday.
And you did harvest some
Yeah, well,
already?
they'll die. They'll grow about that high,
Uh-huh.
and then they die, and that's when you know they're ready.
Okay.
And then you take a pitchfork and dig under the soil to get them, and there
Okay.
should be several per plant.
Okay, well, maybe.
But you know, this is like,
Maybe that's
you're
what's
kind of
happening
starting over though. You just, but you got growth on them, so keep them watered.
So, I figured.
I know you won't be able to. We also hooked up a pump. Where are you getting your water from?
Well, still from over there, but this is for next year. This is my plan.
Is that
This-
chlorinated?
Probably.
Okay,
It probably is.
I gotta stay out
The
of the
plan for
wind.
next year is to extend this garden all the way to the palm tree, and then I'm
Uh-huh.
going to divvy it up per grade level for the teachers.
Look at an
I think-
alligator out there.
Yes, there's an alligator right here. Hello. And we got Johnny Redtail the hawk that comes over and talks to us. But yeah, there's an alligator right here, and that is a bit of an issue. But I really do want to get a pump going from that retention.
Yeah, because you should see. You've got to come out to the farm because we just hooked up a solar-powered pump from the pond to do all our fruit trees.
Oh
It's a
my
little tiny
gosh.
boat pump, and just last weekend, a little tiny solar panel, and it's working awesome.
Oh my gosh.
And that's exactly what you could do.
And it's solar.
Solar.
That's great.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's look at him.
But what kind of whose water is that?
Who's? This is all the school districts.
Okay, so you're allowed to use it.
I would. Well, yes.
Maybe.
I'm gonna say yes.
You
They
could
came
fit the hose
they
right
came
through
out
that
and
fence.
bushwhacked this whole thing the other day. I don't know what. A few little oak trees and stuff like that. But they just came through and just cleared out. And I'm coming out here. No, watch my
Oh.
garden. You know. So I don't know if there's a plan going on here, or if they were just cleaning it up.
Well, you know what else? The swales actually would be great if it ever did rain. They would be a way to collect some water even.
Yeah.
And that's what they do in desert areas is they make these kind
And
of
once
swales.
during the rainy season.
And then what they really do is they plant in the swales.
Do they really?
That's where the and I like behind my house I have a swale, and I was thinking I should dig out that muck because I know that's real rich
Yeah.
fertile stuff. So
Well, that's true.
um,
And this will, I mean, believe me, for the first 4 months of school, or well, 2 months at least, or 3 months, that's why I chose this area, because everything else will go underwater. The whole perimeter of that area gets flooded.
okay, that's right.
So
In the summer.
in the summer, and in like August, September, October even, because we can't run hardly at all till like November.
I did do a soil test back then.
Yeah, what happened? Yeah.
I forgot to bring it again today. I'm like, I got to show her. But basically, you needed some nitrogen, but it was pretty low on phosphorus too, which is the thing that will grow the root crops. Nitrogen is for the above ground leaf, getting them green, and the phosphorus would be for like the potatoes and the carrots and enriching the soil underneath the soil.
Mm-hmm.
So versus the farms, which I took their soil tests, and they were loaded with phosphorus. They were off the chart with everything. They just needed a little bit more nitrogen, which they're constantly adding with the chicken fertilizer, which they have bags for $15. They bought a pallet. I mean, if you had any money, you wanted to throw some of that around. But, most of this will only be good for
That's
the rest of the month.
phosphorus or the nitrogen?
For the nitrogen.
And I'm pretty good with nitrogen. I was at the time.
Well, you need some, and the way you'll know is besides watering, if the leaves are turning yellow. They're not dark green like they could be.
Right, I did notice a little yellowy going on.
But you've got that. Like, let's go look at that again. I was hoping that maybe some of that would have fruited and we could see what it is. Just
yeah, because look how dark green
Yeah,
that is compared to these down
exactly.
here.
And
the
actually
nitrogen
there
does come
isn't
from-
there isn't nitrogen
There
really in
isn't?
here, because that's what they were saying you needed to change this, was to add nitrogen, which would have been like leafy matter or the blood meal, I guess, is the organic thing. It's like a powder, fine, granular thing that you buy at Home Depot or whatever, but which is, like I said, organic, or chicken pellets or chicken. Which, like I said, they have a pallet of them if you wanted, a bag of them. But look at this, though.
Yeah,
We still don't know what it is.
No. According to Felton.
Wow, though.
He's like, I think we threw some cucumber seeds up there. I said, what?
Again, if this is cucumber, it is even more impressive than if it's yellow squash or zucchini, or it could be. We have patty pans growing at the farm, which are kind of circular, star-shaped squash that are kind of interesting. But if this is cucumber is one of the hardest to, And yeah, so well, you got all these flowers. I mean, something should be. You had flowers last week up here. See, you got something growing out of here. This.
Oh, we did.
Or no, that's part of the stem. But here's something starting on that one. You had flowers, so I was thinking you had flowers. There's probably something starting. Okay, so another week. But that's just still incredible.
Yeah, so
it's a really great experiment.
It is a great experiment. The whole thing has been a great experiment.
Oh, okay. So you are putting the fruit and vegetables directly
here.
Yeah,
we
That's
still put
good.
some, but I really wanted to keep these compost bin things going.
No, but I just dump it in my garden. I just have a corner of the garden at my house, and I just dump them. I don't even put the ratios of anything. And I have a chicken that runs around, and
that helps.
And she digs in there, and it's all black just from, all the scraps I eat. So just throw it right on there.
Yeah. So it's
just and this isn't even suffering from lack of water,
which is amazing. I mean, I watered it yesterday. And
oh, you did?
I did. I did a little, but not a whole bunch. I did a little watering yesterday. I usually do a good watering on Friday, but I haven't been out all day because I had to work on that stuff inside. So we'll do. But I'll be up here tomorrow, so I'll be working on it tomorrow. But
yeah, you should. Well, if you come out, I'll show you their little solar pump. It is the cutest thing.
Yeah, that is great. Because that would be awesome.
That would be just awesome, even to show how solar power works.
That's it. I mean, just to open the minds here, I mean,
I was also watching back the other video how you wanted the community garden to see even, and I know, and I'm up in this area, and I would like to get some up here myself too. So, could you do it here, or it has to be somewhere else?
Well, this is the thing. This is how I'm thinking it will work, can work, and that's why I'm planning on following this whole thing up next year. Because if we start with our families, our Treasure Coast Elementary families, so their kids are like covered, in
actually that's great. Yeah, why not?
And if they do it, so they come in and they sign in and that type of thing, and so we have that kind of record going on. We do it during school hours to start with, or that time after as an after school activity, extracurricular activity, or something.
Okay, so
like
wait a second. So you're thinking of going down to that first palm tree?
At least to the first palm
tree. But
tree.
you could go all the way down?
Yeah, I think I can go all through here. This over here, this is all school district property, because I know that they were going to put buses there, use it as a parking lot. And they still might. But this is the spoils from the ditching and stuff like that. This area right here, this isn't going to be touched with by anything.
Yeah, because to tell you the truth, I'm way more interested in the kids learning, and I wanted them to do field trips to the farm, but they don't really want that. And so next year is going to be different setup, and I'm not going to be running the CSA like I am this year.
Not?
No, and I've collected 30 plus hours of video of the whole year. It's great, unbelievable footage, and I want to condense it and edit it. I just called the high school to have them help me, because people are telling me they have state-of-the-art stuff. But besides that, I'm just saying for my next phase, I don't want to do what I did this year there, and now that I know what they're unwilling, they can do what they want. I'm not saying anything's wrong with that, but I want to go in the direction more of teaching kids and having the kids learn this. I mean,
and that's what I want for our students.
Yeah, so I'm saying,
so
maybe we could work.
That would be awesome. If we've got the means and the facility.
I'm thinking that.
That would be great, because I need the knowledge.
Yeah,
that you
and I have got it.
And
now.
If you've got that and the time, because I mean, that's
this is much closer to my house. I just live off of Easy Street.
Oh, that would be awesome, because that's really where I want this to go.
So then that means in the summer, in like August,
we got to prepare.
We got to start working on the soil and planting seed trays. When does school start?
Like August, I think, like the 18th.
Okay, so they could start with the seed trays right when they come back. So I guess what then we would need, if you're not going to have grant money, then we need to write a letter to the parents again, and see if you can call it a community garden or a CSA or something like that, where they are buying a share, and that's where the funding will come from. So if you want, I can help you write a letter what I'm thinking.
Well, I'm going to still start, because we are public school. This is the way we tend to think, a little too much in my opinion. But there's still, there's money things.
Okay.
And it just takes the time to find it.
Because
and
we
to
even
write
have
it.
the budget of what we had to spend this year. I mean, so
Yeah.
much detail. I've got it all.
And honestly, I mean, like this was like nothing. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, and I got.
You did all this for
Did you see it?
$250 then?
Oh yeah, I did this.
Did
for,
you go stay under budget?
Oh well, I had 2,500,
Oh.
but that's for my kitchen that's coming next.
Okay. For some reason I was thinking, well, in my video it was $250 for the
I had-
potato grant, right?
2,500
For the potato grant? Oh, okay.
But see, that's for the kitchen.
Okay.
Also, which now I'm working on getting more donations for that, but I really should have that in now.
Okay. And then, you know, Scott, who you met, he is a builder and his son goes here and
Yes.
he could definitely
And
help with, he knows how to build a house from top to bottom. And
I mean, you can walk in there. We're trying to get some more.
Okay, yeah, show me that.
donated. I'll show you what. And you know, I'll have to show you. I don't know if I showed you what I got from.
So today is May 1st, by the way.
Yeah.
And you planted this when?
I have it all written down. I would say.
Because we brought this stuff at the end of January, and we were saying wait a month at least.
Yeah, we waited after February. I think we planted either. I think we got things in right before spring break, like maybe the week or two. So that must have been like the second week of March, I think.
Okay.
I think we waited till like the second week, and it was kind of good because we did have that cold, right? That
Yeah,
last cold
right.
thing go on.
Yep.
And I was like, come on, we got to get going. But we, you know, and it kind of went in stages. We did the beans and the peas last. Well, the cucumbers were very last, but I have it all written down.
Those are cucumbers?
These are cucumbers
Okay.
here.
Well, see, even that, without the compost, those are really healthy. I can't believe it. That looks great. So look at that, though. Some of that compost is here. Or you spread it out now.
No, we did. So before
Okay.
before I planted anything,
That
I
looks
took the
great.
edge because I was so worried about it frying it, that
right.
too acidic or whatever.
Right.
So I just took the edge of this and I did mix it in,
Mm-hmm.
and we did. The kids did, and then just recently they came out like 2 days ago, and because we had all that clipping, so I said, break up the clippings and stick it in these compost bins, and let's see if we can get more of that going on. And then they took some more of the compost here and spread it. So, you know, there's a little bit, but that's all we've used. I mean, we've done, this has been bare minimum. I mean, nothing.
Yeah, what do
for
you think you've
insects.
spent for this?
And for this we spent, I'm trying to, I know I've got the receipts in there, but I probably
Like
spent
a few hundred?
Yeah, less.
Yeah, well, I mean, not that it's producing a lot of food,
No,
but just
we
to know
spent-
what this project
No,
costs.
I spent like $15 on some seeds. I spent maybe another 50 or
You know what
40
else
on
you should do, which we're
gardening
doing
stuff.
there, is let everything go to seed. And then that's even a fun project, is collecting the seed.
Seeds,
And then
yeah.
you'll have that seed for next
So
time.
when would those seeds be available to us if we let everything go
Well,
to seed?
I
That's
mean,
the
you'll
problem, the
see.
timing.
But actually, in the heat, it starts happening faster. But I mean, nothing's right now. But
We have 1 month. That's it.
yeah,
and
I
that's
know.
what the kid says.
But even that's what I'm saying. Over the summer, if it happens over the summer, still let it go to seed.
Yes, well, I will, just because I probably will. But it's so funny because the kids who did the peas, Mrs. Day, we're hungry. We want the peas. I said, we got to wait for some flowering to go on here. We haven't gotten, but I see, is that one there? So, no, yep, there's a flower.
Yeah, this is sugar snap peas, right?
Yes.
This is actually not supposed to do well in the hot heat,
So it's
which they don't recommend planting it now. But I also planted some at the farm in the children's section we have, and I was just like, well, I want them, you know. But it's true, they might not make it.
We
in
were
the heat.
pushed for time, and we just wanted to see
Yeah,
what was going to
exactly.
grow, what
Definitely,
wasn't.
definitely.
And we did get a donation from the Rotary Club, yes. The Rotary, and they donated, that was $200 or $250 for equipment. So we got hose, we have the cool hose that you guys had.
Oh, the scuttle hose.
Yeah, and then some shovels and some a pitchfork.
Because what we would need to decide for next year then is, do you really want to feed people or do you just want to show it?
No, we want to feed people.
Okay, so then you have to decide, you know, how many people do you want to feed? If you really want to plan for that, or just to give them a share's worth, which you could decide, you know, what a share's worth is. It doesn't have to.
And originally, the first step in this plan was to see if we can grow things and to learn more about gardening. Second step was to actually be able to harvest stuff and take it into the kitchen when we get it spinach or whatever, and teach kids how to eat healthy. Get the taste, the palate going. Teach them how to eat a salad, what you put in the salad, and make healthy dressings and stuff like that. So that was the next. That is the next step. That's really the major plan for next year. But then get their parents involved and do a co-op. I mean, especially right now in these economical times.
And you know, the future schools are all going to have gardens. So this is cutting edge stuff. And like, you know, there's the Green Middle School, which I'm on the advisory committee, and I'm going to be pushing them to have a garden also. But I mean, like, the schools that are cutting edge now in the country that are on the green wave, you know, they're all going to have gardens, and they're phenomenal science classrooms and nutrition, you know. So if you can just tell me what your boundaries are, which now that's awesome. That's great.
Yeah, well,
now it's just a matter of how many, you know, it doesn't have to be like a full amount of food that people are going to depend on completely, but a share's worth. Right. So figure out like how you want to do that. Like how many people do you want to give a share to?
And I think, you know, the only thing that I'm struggling with right now is to see how many shares we can produce.
Because there's two ways to do this. You can, you know, have this great growing field that are giving people shares, like at the farm, which is what's going on there, and then still use it as a classroom to teach kids. And, you know, that doesn't really interfere with the shares. I mean, they get to pick things and eat things right then and there, which they need to do. Right then and there out of the field. But, you know, it's not, so it just depends how you want to structure that. I don't know if you want to think about that or...
Well, I definitely do want to think about that.
Yeah,
and I definitely, you know, I mean, I do...
Like how, I don't know what you can do, if it has to be, like probably just the families of the students.
I think we have to start there.
Yeah, definitely, that makes sense.
I think we have to start there.
And so then you would...
I think we have to ease ourselves into this just as I have so far. I've been very fortunate with kind of coming in through some back doors with all of this stuff.
Did you find out if you could have rabbits or chickens at all?
You know, it's so interesting because the stupid swine flu, because I said, oh my gosh, I thought I almost had them approved to do just one little area.
Even
next
worms.
Year.
We got to make a big worm.
Right, and I've got a big container. We were supposed to do that. I went 3 times to get red wigglers at the Fellsburg place and then the one on US 1. And they didn't have them. They were going 3 hours to pick them up. I'm going, oh my gosh. So I just happened to miss out because that would have been done this year. We definitely want to do the worm composting. And the kids and I, we've talked about it. We're excited about that. Of course, we'll be new kids next year. But yeah, I think that if we start, I mean, I know I'm going to rent a rototiller.
Like how many kids are helping you right now?
Right now, I minimized, this was one class. This is 20 kids.
Okay.
Because it's just physically to put them out here and watch them.
Right.
Now, but the idea for next year, honestly, I was thinking to have the little guys start the seeds, do the seed cups in the classroom, so they start getting the peace and the excitement of this whole process.
How old would they be?
Well, we could first grade and kindergarten did those, but you could start with kindergarten first. I was thinking first grade and second grade, then let the next group do the tilling and that kind of thing, and the planting and the tending, the daily tending, watering and weeding. Right now, my fifth graders are pretty good about coming out. They pick up the compost, all the fruits and vegetables, and they compost it. So every day they pick up those jugs over there.
And they'll be leaving the school though, right?
That fifth grade will be leaving. But honestly, it's just amazing just seeing their presence and what they're doing. Everyone's asking. All the other kids can't wait to get to fifth grade to do it. So, but we want to probably back it down a little bit, start with the younger guys and get really the fourth graders to do those kind of things. So we have them because now the fifth graders are bummed this year.
I know, I wonder if they're going to the Green Middle School at all, because I don't know how they're dividing that up yet.
Is that what it's called, the Green?
They were going to call it an eco school or eco
That's the
middle.
new one that they just named
Storm. I just went to their meeting like a month ago, but they still didn't, or a week ago, they still didn't talk about how the county was going to divide up. Or they did say there was like 200, I don't know.
They have certain amount of, I know they have a certain amount of spots.
Like people that aren't in their realm could apply and get in. But
and they also want to do a rain barrel next year.
Definitely.
And maybe
and you could even paint them. You know, there's so many.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the biggest problem.
Have you seen the one at the Environmental Learning Center?
No.
Probably not. They have like the rain cycle painted on the barrel.
Oh, that's great.
So like, and then I've seen all kinds of designs that are awesome. And actually, I'm trying to have the extension office come out to the farm for a grand finale thing on that Saturday. Actually, the Saturday, May May 23rd or something like that. The one after that weekend that you're doing that thing. And bring the rain barrels, bring the worm bins and the composting, and have that chart I talked about with the game thing on it. And actually there's this lady who does crafts out of recycled materials and nature things, and she was going to demo some things. And you should, I have to finalize it with them on Monday, because they're kind of trying to tie it in with some harvesting, and I'm thinking I'm just going to schedule it whether the harvest is ready or not. But our corn, today or yesterday I was filming it, has the husks on it.
Wow.
We're self-pollinating it, hand-pollinating it, because it's not grouped tight enough to do it, you know, to guarantee that each silk thread is one kernel of corn, and each piece of pollen that's going to shoot out of the top is one kernel of corn. So if those two don't meet, you'll get an ear of corn with gaps all over it.
Right.
Because it's amazing to me that one silk of, you know, that husk or tassel is one grain of corn. Isn't that weird?
I used to detassel corn. That was my summer job in Illinois, detasseling corn.
Huh.
Starting at age 14, yes, because that was all the science stuff. But yeah, I mean, there's just so much. There's so many places we can go with this.
I know.
I'm still, and I love it. I said, this has become my therapy to come.
So I want to help you on that Saturday.
That would be great. That would be great. And I hope, as long as I can pull it off, I'm taking it day by day. I mean, I've got this thing tomorrow, this track meet, that this has taken me 4 weeks. Then I've got fifth week.
All right.
Okay, all the schools in the district have now received the fresh fruit and vegetable grant. All the elementary schools, if I remember right. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's awesome. So the kids get a fresh fruit or vegetable every day. So what do they do with their cores, their peels? Do we want to put them in a plastic bag and in the landfill? Heavens no. So what I did was get a container from the reusable place up there, the recycle bin place, except they were metal coffee cans, which I didn't have enough plastic ones. But anyway, we gave each one of those coffee cans to each teacher. So the kids would eat it, put their garbage in there, and then from between 2:30 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they'd set, and they had a little top on them, they'd set it outside their door, and then at 3 o'clock, the fifth grade class, Miss Guthrie's class, went around with big 5-gallon buckets, dumped them out, and put them in the big 5-gallon buckets, and then went and dumped them in the big compost containers outside by the garden. It was beautiful.
They were doing it?
Oh yeah, it was gorgeous. I mean, here's my list. These were the lists of the classes that everybody participated, but like 1 or 2. So, and they had the compost pickup, and then the room number, so they knew where to go and what student was. It was great. The kids felt good about what they were doing. They saw what they were doing. It gave them
And
purpose.
you started this?
Yes.
You are awesome.
Well, thanks, but not really, because for some reason you get a little glitch, a little squeaky wheel going on, and you get frustrated, and you finally just go, okay, and send out that email. This is the right way of doing things. This is a green way of doing things. However, if there is an inconvenience of a couple fruit flies, or maybe, but it was working beautifully. It really was. So it got to the point where there was a couple complaints.
Worm bins, which I doubt they'd go for that, but we're
doing them.
If you put them, I mean, in everybody's classroom.
Yeah, you would think, awesome.
They don't have fruit flies. And the worms do it in a day.
Yeah.
What classroom is going to go with that?
We'd have to provide them with the worm bins. We have to provide them with everything, and we'd have to.
Which are the recycle bins? You could use those recycle bins.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. would they go for that? Maybe some of them would, though.
Some of them definitely would. We've got some teachers that just totally get into this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's very few that don't.
And you said there's no science program here, right?
No.
So this is science.
Yes, this is science. This is science. And so now we've minimized it to where the teachers that want to collect will collect, and they will bring it out to the 5-gallon.
Because that's all you do is you
buckets.
just throw it in the worm bin, and and there's no odor, there's no flies, and the worms do it, and they're clean, and they don't smell.
It's just the worm tea that
And
comes off of it.
people, they
What do you do
recommend
with the-
keeping that in your kitchen. I mean, it is recommended to keep indoors, in your kitchen.
So what do you do with the worm
And
tea
so the
that
worm
comes
tea
off of
is,
it?
you can use it for fertilizer. It's
Well, I know
awesome.
that, but does
Okay,
it drip
no,
out the
no.
bottom?
There's a
No.
couple ways to collect it. Like I have a system where there's 3 tiers, and in the bottom is where it all goes, and there's actually a spout. And it wasn't really that much money. I think it's $100. And then I just turn on the spout and empty it into a bucket. But I saw the extension office does it where they have a tray that they put under this rectangular container with holes drilled into the very bottom, and then it just goes out those holes, and then that's a little messier, and every so often they'll just
Mhm.
tilt it into something to collect it. But,
Well, I definitely plan on doing that out near the garden area, so it doesn't,
but the worms have to be in the shade. They can't handle hot,
Mhm.
direct sun. So that's why even indoors they love it. You know, they just love, and there's no, you know, maybe you could do one yourself if you wanted to.
oh, yeah.
And then you could know, well, what
Yeah.
is this, what kind of a mess, what is this
Yeah.
going to be? That would be the way to start.
And that is the way to start.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there's this, this is why I think that the reason I feel
And
like
you
this
should have your
garden
worm
is
bin
gonna-
indoors anyway. The one you want to have out there, you should have it in your classroom.
in my classroom in here.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I think that our garden is going to really take off is because we have this constant supply of composting
Yeah,
material,
that-
constant.
definitely.
And so there's really,
Definitely.
it's going to be rich. Eventually, we're going to have rich soil for sure.
Mhm.
So that is one really nice thing about this, is that we are constantly, every day, can collect it. And so next year, what I'll do is I will just get the classrooms where the teachers, because there are some teachers that are really into this, and I will definitely get really with them and some responsibility, and it'll work better.
But that's how
it
it's-
worked well, to be honest with you. It was
Yeah,
beautiful.
this is a success.
very cute.
You've done what you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So it's coming along.
Mhm.
It's coming along, and there's definitely, it's a learning experience. We're going to improve it.
Yep,
Improve it,
absolutely.
And, but Backpack Buddy, Susan Brenton is the one who started it,
Mhm.
and she started 3 years ago at Treasure Coast Elementary. And we had a student who was hungry all the time. He didn't have any money, and so he would save all of his leftovers at lunchtime. She noticed, and stick them in his pockets and then leave. So she asked the teachers to bring in any food donations, like canned goods and that kind of thing, and she got some backpacks, and she would put the food in the backpacks and give it to this child. It ended up being like 3 or 4 others, and they would take it home on the weekends, because we could feed them breakfast and lunch here, but then after that, so they would take it home on the weekends, and then bring back the backpack on Monday.
And she got a grant for that?
And no,
Oh.
this was all on her donations. Then the Rotary Club, not the Exchange Club, the Rotary Club found out, or she approached them, so they made some donations. So the program has run for the last 3 years on donations from the Rotary Club and the teachers. And I think she would feed about 30 kids for the weekend. She had 30 backpacks. She just now got a $100,000 grant, and I'm not sure, I just printed it out. $100,000 grant to fund this now. So
Wow.
now $100,000
For
grant.
how many students?
Well, now, she'll use it as.
Like for other schools too?
I think this is just.
Just for this school?
It might be, because it did spread to other schools.
Mhm.
Vero Beach Elementary, I believe, does
Like where
it. I
she's
wanna
the
say
head of it,
Sebastian.
maybe?
So, yeah, it might be, it's probably for the district.
Wow, though. So like she would buy backpacks with that money and food?
Food mostly,
Oh.
well, and backpacks, but backpacks were donated. I mean, she asked, she got some
Who
branded
did she
backpacks.
get the grant from?
Let me find out, because I think I just printed it out on my mess over here. 'Cause it's just truly remarkable. I'll give you a copy of this. Oh, there's one page. National backpack model has operated successfully for more than 110, let's see. It's Feeding America, the National Food Bank Network, which umbrellas Treasure Coast Food Bank. The Indian River County, a grassroots program version of the program, started 3 years ago at Treasure Coast Elementary, where Susan Brenton, a school nutrition manager, pieced together donations from faculty members, churches, and businesses to supply small packages of weekend food to kids she knew were in need. Hearing of the efforts, Joe and Cindy Scherf immediately began funding the program and soliciting donations. The Rotary Club of Orchid Island stepped up to the plate. Soon other schools were asking for help. Pelican Island, Vero Beach Elementary wanted backpacks for their kids, who arrived at school on Monday mornings obviously starving, really starving. Watchful eyes at schools have no trouble identifying children who are hungry. They are the ones who rush into the cafeteria lines on Monday mornings, children who loiter in the cafeteria hoping to be offered seconds, kids who ask classmates for leftovers, who rescue food from garbage cans and hoarding food to bring home to their family members. So it wasn't long before the Rotary Club of Orchid Island was funding Backpack Buddies at 3 schools. Dedicated volunteers ran each program. Cindy sure strong-armed the dollars and supported the program coordinators at the 3 schools. A small group of overworked women who shopped for the schlepped mountains of groceries, packing dozens of backpacks every weekend. And it doesn't say who she got the new $100,000 grant from. I only have one page.
But
she
you
just got
said
it.
they couldn't do produce though.
Well, so they couldn't do produce. So when we started the garden this year, that's what I said to Susan right away. I said, now we'll have produce to put in your backpack buddies. But now that they have the $100,000 grant, maybe they will do produce. But at the time, they could not do produce.
But what about like all these leftovers?
Right. Well, so this leftovers is actually, that's going to go to my track team tomorrow.
Oh, but I
Um,
mean, wasn't there leftover produce from that program
Yes,
that they are not allowed to put into the backpacks?
that's correct.
And what would be different that now they would be able to put produce in?
Well, they can't.
Because
that's
they
from a
can't,
different
because
grant.
that's why. Not because they're not allowed to take fresh produce home.
No, it's from a
Okay,
different grant.
okay. I thought it was 'cause
It was just, you gotta,
All right.
play by the rules.
Okay. May 16th, and this is the Treasure Coast School Garden. As you can see, this is cantaloupe, it looks like, that grew out of the compost from seed that was already there, I guess. Lots and lots of cantaloupe thriving. Over there. This is the original compost pile that was just put here, and a little bit of vegetables added to it as compost, but other than that, not a whole lot. And this is corn and the cucumbers. But definitely that cantaloupe is the winner.
Yeah, that's second cutting, and it's never good. Second time around.
Today is
plus
May
it's kinda
16th,
shot.
Mark's house.
16? Yeah.
Mark's new garden beds.
Yeah, my neighbor put topsoil in his, so we know it's not going to leak through. It's pretty solid.
That's gonna, that'll hold the dirt.
Yeah, I was a little concerned that
Yeah, I would
it
be
might
too.
not, but yeah, he's got it. He's got some bags of topsoil in there and, as an experiment, and it's been in there for a few days now. It doesn't seem to be leaching through. So,
I was thinking maybe like the plastic black, not the plastic, but the weed shield.
we have considered that. Yeah, that might be if we start having problems. Of course,
You don't
start
want to fill
having
it and then
problems.
find out.
Yeah, that's the problem. But yeah, we're gonna put the straps over like that because so much. I figure it's gonna be 2
Oh yeah,
yards
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
thing, and
Yeah, it's gonna blow the sides out.
yeah, I'm figuring probably about dry, maybe close to a ton of dirt and wet. Maybe even double that. So it would blow the sides out. And then I'm thinking too, running those straps along the bottom, from here to here, from here
How
to
long
the
are
other
you
side.
screws here on the side? On the ends?
They're 3.5. Everything's 3.5. So I mean, the thing is like a solid as a rock.
Probably in both. I don't think that would be a problem. I don't think you're gonna blow the sides out.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking underneath to give it a little extra, and everything's, and run the straps like across, run the strap like that. Just,
You just get
again,
the hurricane straps. Yeah.
yeah, well, just those straps there.
Yeah.
Just. I figured I'd rather it be a little overbuilt than a little underbuilt. And get that luminized shade cloth on top here. So it should be nice. I'm still a little debating it, but I think I want to do it by 100%.
Or do one of them, or were you just gonna get a whole?
Well, yeah, I could do that, but I wanted to take the other shade cloth back. It's
Oh yeah.
$80 or something for the wall. I got enough to do all 3 of them. So. But I was like, yeah, it came out pretty good solid. I'll tell you what, it's a lot of work. It took us all day to build this one. We had all the decisions and everything to make, and then it took us a day to build these 2. So we had all the techniques down and stuff, and learn their lessons.
Yeah, I saw it online. Just like pictures of Susan. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm blown away. It came out better than ever expected it to be. So.
Now you just gotta get them planted.
Now I got to get them planted. Yeah, yeah, and I think I'm going to use my well to supply them with water. Sue pointed out that I have a really killer filter over there, and all the water would not have any minerals whatsoever.
Oh, yeah,
And that was a good test with that foot thing in there too. So I had no minerals. It was coming up 0 on the ionization thing. So.
What did you say first? A load of.
Yeah, so I'm figuring 2 yards of dirt for each one of these. So I'll need 6 yards. So I was thinking maybe 3 to 4 yards of just, topsoil, good sandy-based topsoil, a yard of black cow, a yard of.
Peat moss.
Would that be too much peat moss?
Yeah, because you really don't need all that much.
And then you mix it all together.
Yeah, what's the best way to mix it? Do I mix it, because they're going to dump loads out there. I mean, do we mix it in the wheelbarrow
that's what I
and
would-
then dump it in?
You mix it
in
evenly,
the,
2 shovels of topsoil to 1 shovel of black cow to maybe 1 shovel of peat moss.
Okay,
And
as
then,
opposed to trying to get it in here and mix it in here.
Yeah, because then you'd be standing in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was topsoil, black cow, peat moss, chicken fertilizer. Actually, there was no topsoil. He just used the soil that was in the ground.
Right, at the farm. So
Which was their topsoil, which was probably already even better than ever. Did he use black cow?
Yes.
Yeah, I bought it.
Yeah, because you can get it bulk over here around the corner. It's $45 a yard or something.
And how wide are these? What are the dimensions?
It's 4 by 12 by 16 deep, or a little less than 16 deep. We made a mistake. I thought we were getting 10s. And we got them here and we started cutting them up. And it's like, shit, these are only 8s, but that's all in perfect order.
Sure, the silk is completely dry, and when you press on the ear, that it's firm. And that there's no guarantee, because I've been picking corn for 60 years, and it's still, you'll sometimes miss it. But just hold the stalk, twist like that, and see that one is not. See that one was on the end.
Yeah.
And it wasn't pollinated right, and see what happens when it's not pollinated?
Yep.
Now that's the first one I've gotten like that.
Oh, the other ones were full?
The others were full. The others look good. But that's a perfect example right there of improper pollination, and that's because the corn was too thin. Let me see if I can find a good ear up here.
So today's May 17th. The first corn was picked yesterday. Did you see their corn across the street?
Uh-huh.
I didn't. That with the chicken tractor where that was, what a difference that made.
Uh-huh. But I don't know. This one doesn't feel real good either. But we got some good. I had some last night, and Paul did too.
How much?
And, see, this is what it should look like
Oh.
when it's properly filled out.
Wow.
And there's not much right now, but it's going to be coming in.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be gone week after next, and I just wanted to make sure that
Okay.
somebody knew how to
So
properly
just
pick it
based
out.
on them feeling hard, you're saying. Otherwise, they feel soft.
And the dried up
Tassels. Let me see.
silk. See how that's
Okay,
dry?
yeah.
Right on that. And that's the key right there. And of course, make sure you don't step on any of the melon vines and so forth, because the melons are doing great.
Huh. Yeah.
We should have
Wow.
some green beans by week after next. This row, outside row here, is just loaded down in little bitty ones and blooms.
These corns, you mean?
No, the beans.
Oh, these
I don't know
corns
what
are so
happened to- I don't
tiny,
know
right?
what happened to this row of corn?
Look how small they are
Brian
down
and I were
there.
talking about it yesterday. Something happened here.
That is so strange, isn't it?
I mean, you're not going to get any corn off of that. But
Yeah.
something happened. We don't know.
I mean, compared this corn to what's across the street,
Yeah.
which
Well,
is
have
so
you
much
been up to the
thicker.
upper end?
Oh yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
noticed that that's
Right.
dense. But I mean, the stalks across
Oh,
the
yeah.
street look a lot wider.
Uh-huh. Here, somebody, I wanted to get that off because it's a bad ear.
Oh.
And worms
Oh,
will get
yeah.
in that, and that's when.
So have you been having to treat for bugs
Yeah, I sprayed last Monday.
directly into the ear?
I sprayed, yeah.
There's one too.
Yeah.
What are you spraying?
We sprayed two things. One, a fungicide for the squash.
Are those red fire ants or no?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't know what they are. But, I'll put that on the truck out there. We got
So you're just spraying the leaves in general?
and just
The whole
spraying.
plant?
Up until now, all we've had are the worms that get into the damage that's just tasseling. Little worms, and I don't see an example of one right here now. But we need to start watching for the earworms.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got to check with Val. I'm not sure what we use for the earworms.
Well, this Victory Garden DVD I got
Uh-huh.
was saying they used, the mineral oil and
Mineral oil is-
what was it? Some weird P word.
I know mineral oil will be
And directly into the ears.
right. Just squirt it right onto the ear. Right. And I mean, there's all sorts of home remedies that people use to keep.
Pyrithium?
I don't
Pyrithium?
know. I don't know. Pyrithium? I don't know.
Oh, there's bean flowers.
See, that's the beans right there, how they're doing.
Uh-huh.
And here's some more here.
Oh yeah.
When you get up here into the bigger corn, that's where you see rabbits kind of did a number on some of the beans on this end. But, have you seen some of the squash?
From this garden? No. Well, the
some of
little stuff.
The big, I mean, there's
butternut
spaghetti,
squash.
there's
Oh.
spaghetti squash in there that big.
Huh. Have you picked any of that yet?
No, it's not here yet.
Oh, that's based on when the tops, you said, die.
When the tops die down, and when the squash turns yellow, and the end. Let me give a good example here if I can find one close by.
So you're saying, how often do you check the corn? Every other day? Or?
I check corn about every third or fourth day, for now. But you just need to pick spaghetti squash and butternut. When this dries up right here,
Uh-huh.
and the vines kind of die down, and this will change color.
Okay. Wow. A lot of stuff going on out here.
Yeah, but that's everything over there is just.
So how long do you think this stuff will be producing for?
Corn will probably go through the month of June. Because this up here is just.
So it doesn't mind the heat at all?
No.
It goes all through summer heat?
As long as you can get water to it. Bugs love it in the summertime. That's what you've really got to watch. But heat doesn't bother it at all.
Huh. So you could even plant corn now?
I think it'd be too late because
Oh.
the bugs would just eat it up. It'll grow.
Yeah, there's such a difference between, like the corn. I mean, the soil just goes to show you how important that is. Because this corn they've got compared to even this side, I don't know what's so different. Do you? There's more fertilizer over here?
Well, I don't know either because I don't know what they used over there. But initially it was about the same thing, I think. But I did side dress this with that fertilizer. That
Chicken manure.
yeah,
But then across the street, I mean, that stuff is just even way thicker.
that's where the chicken.
Yeah, exactly.
And look on up here. Cucumbers are not going to do well.
Yeah.
Eggplant. Bugs love eggplant. You've got to spray it regularly. But see these beans in here, how they, all these blooms, and actually you even got a few little ones in there, like that. But tons of little ones just beginning to develop.
Oh, yeah.
So they, in a couple of weeks,
How
they'll
about
be,
beans?
maybe even sooner than that. Because I like to pick beans when they're tender. Yeah, we're getting.
Got all those beans going up.
See, that's what they're supposed to do. I didn't realize how short this corn was. I wasn't familiar with this corn.
The sweet
But,
corn?
This particular, see these beans and where all those little ones are. But I saw one a while ago that had just tons of little ones on it.
Look at that one. He's
And that's where it missed going up.
all wrapped around that corn.
Yep. Here's what we were spraying for initially. Bugs were eating into the silk, into the tassel.
Yeah, I noticed down here you didn't thin out the corn, like even
Right.
here. So
Well-
that was on purpose, I guess?
Yeah.
As an
well,
experiment?
it didn't come up as well down here, and no, it was not intentional.
Oh,
It just, we had a terrible time getting a stand of corn. And this is that Silver Queen.
okay, so this is a totally different
Totally
kind.
different
That's
kind of
why it
corn,
looks so
right.
different.
It's a Silver
Maybe that's
Queen.
what they've got across the street
I
then.
don't know.
Because
but
theirs
it-
looks like this across the
Mhm.
street.
But it grows a lot taller, sturdier, bigger stalk,
Maybe that's what it is then.
and
So it looks like they didn't plant any Silver Queen over there. So that's what they did.
Right.
They planted this across the street.
I don't want any more of that. See how it's small and
Yeah.
short the
Yeah.
stalks are?
Yep, right.
And how much stronger this
Yeah, so that's what it is.
is. See
Okay.
these little beans they're beginning to form there? And there.
Yep. They're no length to them, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean they'll grow because
Right.
they're just forming.
Wow. So, okay, that's what the difference is. This is important to know because I thought it was just because the chicken tractors were over there.
That's part of it. You see the size of these, this spaghetti squash in here? I don't know if you can see it here or not.
Yeah.
That one right there.
Yep. Huh. Wow.
And it's coming along.
Yeah. So is there? I mean, so this will be. Is there a disadvantage that this wasn't thinned, or it won't matter? You don't think?
If it's kept watered, it's fine.
Mhm.
It's got a good color to it.
Yeah.
As long as we keep it watered, it'll be fine.
So you're saying you would never plant the sweet corn again? You just do Silver Queen?
Well, not that time. I just don't think it's a good idea to. It grows so. I'm surprised we haven't had raccoons in here. Because raccoons love that when it's low to the ground like that.
Oh. Did you ever find out the name of that broccoli that you said would have been a better kind?
It's emerald something or other.
Emerald?
Emerald something or other. I've got to have it. But it's emerald. Golden, not golden. It's emerald, I cannot remember the rest of it. It's two names to it.
Okay.
I'll find it. But we started pulling up the broccoli over there because it's gone.
Okay.
And, the pepper is beginning to do, take a hold now. It's doing better.
Oh,
Getting to get.
let's look at that. Yeah.
Need to keep it.
Yeah, but at least it looks healthy. I mean,
Uh-huh.
they need to,
Right.
I guess, stay on top of bugs.
Yeah. But, everything looks good, I think. What,
Okay. So you're saying that those fields are done this
Yeah.
week?
there won't be.
No more lettuce.
No more lettuce. The lettuce is getting bitter. And I tasted it. I still got an aftertaste in my mouth from tasting.
So how about
some
the
of it.
arugula? That still seems okay.
It's probably
On the-
bitter.
The kind on the
It's
ground
probably bitter. It's all once the summer heat sets
Yeah.
in.
changes.
All of the crops that we've talked about, lettuce, kale, cabbage, arugula are all cold weather crops, and they thrive in the cooler weather. Once it gets hot, forget it. They
So
just,
this is peppers too?
this is eggplant.
Oh, eggplant. That's what's getting eaten. I see.
Bugs love eggplant,
Okay.
every kind. But anyway, that sums it up. But there's not a lot to do right now other than we need to clean that area out. We got a truckload, pickup truckload of broccoli we were getting to the cows.
Just the leaves?
Yeah, I've got a couple of people who are looking for me for pallets to make a compost bin
Here?
here, and if we can get a couple of those set up, we'll put some of the
Oh.
leaves and stuff in there, some of the debris.
Look at the sunflowers. They all look black on the inside.
That's the seed.
The seed's ready?
Uh-huh.
Well, I should go check that
Birds will
out.
start eating that.
Right.
You don't get it. But they're digging up some stuff now, and they were weeding the melons and so forth. But the next couple of weeks, periodically check for bugs on the corn and the eggplant primarily. Clean out those beds on the other side. And we just planted some more okra this morning.
Over on this side?
Over there.
Okay.
And okra will be just beginning. I see a few blooms now and then. It'll begin to come in. But that's about it. And the corn will be, this will be, a good 3 weeks away on this end of it. But that down there.
And then, so in 3 weeks, you're saying this will all be done then? Once
and
it's
I'd say
picked.
by the end of June, it'll pretty much everything will be done.
Well, 3 weeks, that's like by mid-June.
Yeah, but I think it may be 5 weeks, maybe the end of June.
Oh.
Everything will be done because not all the corn will come in at the same time. And it varies. But it'll pretty well be shot by the end of June. And so I don't know, by then in August, there won't be anything to do from then till
Except water the trees.
water
Here's some
the
little
trees
peppers.
and,
That one.
peppers, water the trees, and anything that's still bearing, like the okra, make sure it
Oh, right.
gets watered. And then in August, I guess we start planting seeds again. For
And the beans, the bean crop.
the bean crop, right? That's what Brian's gonna do is plant peas. Plow up all of that and plant peas and beans and stuff in there. So we'll have a cover crop for that. But, and there's potatoes yet to be dug.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're all ready, yeah. We dug 120 pounds
Yeah.
last Tuesday, and there's probably, all those are still.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And there's
more
one
there.
more end at that.
And there's more on up. front
Yeah, they're at the top.
somewhere, but they're better off in the ground than they are in the cooler.
So just wait till everything that's in the
Yeah.
cooler is gone.
I would, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good to know. We'll hold out before they're done.
Not a long time.
Like-
I'd say another couple of weeks, and they'll there's a lot of blooms.
Uh-huh.
They may fool me, but I think a couple of weeks will pretty well take care of it because I think the sun, the heat, the funguses and so forth will pretty well get them. Paul and I were talking this morning. We got your email on picking stuff.
Oh, Lolly sent out.
Okay. I have very mixed emotions. And I think we're letting the squash get too big. Personally.
And she was saying they were too small.
Yeah. But these cucumbers right here, they're as good as they're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not going to.
There's another one there. Right?
I'll leave that.
Oh, there's another one.
See that one?
Yeah. So,
I picked a bunch of squash yesterday.
was Lolly here yesterday or today? Okay, so I wonder why she thinks that then, if someone said
I
something.
don't know. But I fixed some zucchini fritters last night. And the zucchini, when they get big, they get that seed core in the middle and you end up I just think it's
So, how's your corn doing?
Probably not as good as Robert because he pollinated all his. I
well, I
didn't.
will show you one that was at the end. That's not
So,
it.
Robert, you did do hand pollinating on the whole row?
Obviously some of it got
Where it was
missed.
sporadic,
Here
and
was
I had a
one
lot
at the
more
very
sporadic.
end that
so-
got missed.
Yeah.
yeah,
Look at that.
yeah, it didn't pollinate
Didn't
that one.
pollinate at all.
But like
It was
this,
at the end by
yeah,
itself, right?
Yeah, see this.
Yeah.
How's it taste?
Oh,
Good kernels on there.
I don't want to eat that in. I had some last night for something.
I know. I haven't had corn that good in.
I don't think I ever.
Years.
Man, just throw it in a, get a boiling pot of water,
Mm-hmm.
and I was telling people this morning.
Or just eat it raw, right?
It's just, I guarantee you.
I mean, at 2 minutes is the most you have to do it. Most people overcook corn.
I did mine about a minute and a half, 2
Mhm.
minutes, and that's, I asked some people here this morning how long you would, hey Scott, how long they cook their corn, and some said 7, some said 8 minutes.
I was always when I grew up, it was 10 minutes. And that's way too long.
Right, and I told them, I said,
Just try it.
try a minute or two.
Eating it raw is not
Uh-huh.
bad.
I know, raw is better.
Yeah,
Just
it's
do it
supposed
raw.
Yeah, I just read that too. Raw is better than cooking it.
Mhm.
Way better.
Oh,
When it's fresh like this, you can. It's so tender.
Mhm.
just right out of the garden.
There's
Yeah.
something
Like
about
that.
when you cook it, it brings out the starches. It turns the sugars
Well-
into starches, and that's not good for
And
you.
that's what I told people.
What happens as it gets older, it brings out the starches too. When it's fresh
Mhm.
like this,
Mhm.
it doesn't have the starch in it. So it's your best.
And leave it on the stalk
Mm-hmm.
until you're ready to cook it if possible.
Yeah.
Don't pick it and put it in the cooler.
Won't it get too tough out here though? Get the kernels get
It
bigger?
will eventually,
Yeah.
but it'll run in the cooler too. So.
What do you think?
Well, we have to do like this stuff. I'm picking it so
That's
little,
sweet.
Mm-hmm.
but
It's really good.
it's not going to do any more, is it?
Not like king corn, right?
Mm-mm.
King corn in that movie, they eat their corn. They go to taste it after they've grown it, and they're just like, yuck.
Tasted like cardboard, they said.
Wow,
Grabbing all the.
Yeah.
that is amazing.
It's good.
It is
isn't
like
That
Like
is
sugar-
excellent.
like
That
put
is so
sugar on
sweet. Yeah. You don't need anything.
Mm-mm.
You're putting all that organic. I
So
think
this is a
the
sweet
organic
corn.
matter matters as well. You
But
know?
the silver corn's not going to taste this sweet.
It'll be sweet, but not quite as sweet. It's a slightly sweet.